Hello, my name is Amy Sturkey. I am a pediatric physical therapist, and I am doing my series in which I answer questions. And so one of the people asked me, well, what is low tone? How do you explain it? And I said, well, it's when you have a decreased postural set. And they said, what's that, Amy? And I went, that's a great question. So low tone is when your muscles, where they are most of the time, are just way too relaxed. It's not functional relaxed. They're what I used to call a Raggedy Ann dolly, and nobody knows what a Raggedy Ann dolly is anymore. But it's just the kid is more floppy. They are, when you pick them up, when you pick up a child who's low tone, they don't do their part of the job. It's like they almost fall between your hands. They're just low tone. The muscles just don't turn on the right way. The best way I can describe it is like when I had a long day and I go get in the bathtub and I just lay there. And everything just relaxes. Well, that's not low tone. That's me relaxed. But if you can imagine that was where your muscles were and then some all the time. And imagine if you had to, when you're laying in the tub and oh my gosh, just thinking about it, it's wonderful. I am so relaxed and the phone rings or something happens and you have to get up. The effort it takes to get up. And that's what I'm talking about low tone is. These people have to work that much harder to tighten up their muscles to get to a functional place to be able to work. It's something that for them is lifelong. So I was born a little bit low tone. And so it was not ever diagnosed, but I know that I am more likely to want to lean on things, that I am more likely to just slouch. So what kind of things do you see with somebody who's low tone? For me, I was able to exercise and improve my tone over time. So it can get better, but it is something that you have for your whole life. With children who are low tone, the first thing you're going to see is when they're laying on their back, they want to become one with the floor. Their arms tend to be down, their legs are out. Whoa, I am not moving. Just sort of like me in that bathtub. They don't want to move. That's when they're babies. The next thing you'll notice is that they have poor head controls. They're floppy. It's hard for them to control their head. They have trouble learning to sit, and they tend to want to W-sit. Now, W-sit is when both of your knees are turned in and your feet are out and your legs are in the shape of a W. I was a W-sitter. Now, a lot of kids W-sit, but a low-tone kid will W-sit a lot of the time. So that's an indication that you're more likely to be low tone. They have difficulty getting in and out of positions. They want to stay in one place. They'd rather watch someone else move because it's just too much effort to move. They have poor eye-hand coordination. So ball handling for them is the pits, because by the time they get their muscles together to react to catch the ball, oh, it's just too late. They tend to be kind of clumsy. Again, by the time they get themselves together, they've tripped, they've fallen, they can't catch themselves to be able to fall from the floor. So they just have a lot harder time, and this makes them easier frustrated with anything that's tricky physically to do. So low-tone people have just a whole different outlook on life. They tend to have poor posture, they tend to get tired more easily, they tend to have trouble building strength. They tend to have a delay in their gross motor milestones. A person who is low tone tends to have flexible joints or loose ligaments. So that makes them be able to do things like their elbows extend further than they should. And think for me, their fingers may be more hyperextensible, their thumbs might be more hyperextensible. Not for me, but some people, their wrists go back further than they should. And many people who are low tone, their knees go back further. Mine don't, but they have what called back kneeing or genu recurvatum. Their knees go back further than they should. So those where you see the joints being more flexible than they should, that's an indication of low tone. Often they have no trouble putting their hands down on the ground. That's easy for them, not even an effort where it's an effort for me. So those are, again, things that could make you think that your child has low tone. And what causes it? Well, that's a great question. It can be caused by nerves. It can be caused by problems in the muscles. But mostly the cause of being low tone is just unknown. If you do an MRI on a person who is low tone, most of the time it all comes up normal. It's probably just a wiring inefficiency, but really at this point, most of the time they have no idea what's causing low tone, people to be low tone. So I hope this is something that can help you. If you're looking at your child, does my child have low tone? Think about these things that I've talked about and help you decide if your child has low tone or not. I hope this is helpful for you, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. If you liked this video and would like to be notified by email when the next video comes out, click the subscribe button here and click the golden bell icon and ensure notifications are enabled on your account.